Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of my course management break 80 series here on the Pines course at the ASHBURY Golf Resort in Devon. If anybody does want to know any more about this resort, then there'll be a link in the description, and if you use code SPRING15 you will currently get 15% off your holiday. A little bit of a cheap plug there, but it's a great place to come if you're a group or family, so do check out the link down below, and if you want to come, there's 15% off. So through 6 holes, I am 1 under par through good course management, and that's what the aim of this series is to help you guys with your course management, and hopefully you can learn something from me and I can learn something from you in the comments. Now the 7th hole here is currently playing 340 yards. It is into the wind, and on the left hand side there's trees all the way down, so I want to favour the right here. The right hand side is the first hole, so there's plenty of room out there, because if you go left on this, then you're going to probably block yourself out with trees onto the green, whereas if you go right, the trees are a little bit lighter. So it is about surveying the hole and using apps and things like that to see where danger is on the hole. I know if I go straight down the middle here or out to the right, it's going to give me a great line into that green. So I've got driver, and I'm going to aim for that pine tree in the distance, hopefully draw it off it. If I do what I did last time and tug it slightly to the left, then I'm fine, and if it goes straight, then I'm also fine. So it is a good line for me to take. And I've just hit a great draw. It's unfortunately now the wind's taking it to the left, and I think I'm going to be blocked out by them trees on the left hand side. So I hit what I wanted to do, but with the wind coming into off the right hand side, it's taken that ball more to the left. And I didn't really take that into account when I hit it. I thought it was straight into wind, so it was a mistake on my part. Okay, so I've come left side of this cart path, and I've actually been lucky to not go behind this tree. I've got 116 yards to go. It is into wind, so I'm going to hit 52, but I do have to get over that tree, so I'm going to have to hit this pretty hard and hope the wind buffers it a little bit. I've got 52 wedge. Anywhere on the green would be lovely. Online, is it long enough? Yep, that's fine. Right, so I've made the green, but I've left myself another one of those long putts that I really need to get inside a putter's length. This is going to come in off the left hand side if I want to keep this going. It's just going out of position again into wind. I couldn't really feel like I could. If I'd have been on the fairway, I'd have wanted to hit a pitching wedge low into the back of the green, but because I had to go over the trees, I had to take a 52 out, which has just popped it in the air and allowed the wind to sort of take over it a little bit. So again, being out of position has just stopped me playing the shot I want to play. But a good 2-putt here, and we can still carry on under par. It's tracking, it's tracking. Yeah, and that is ideal. So that pace control now is fantastic. That is just a tap in par, and we can walk on to the 8th, 1 under par. So far, although I've kind of got myself out of trouble a little bit with the putter, I've not put myself in much trouble on the course. So although I've missed a few left, I've missed left enough that I'm still in play. And this is golf, you know, another day I could be behind a tree or in a tree, but you've got to take advantage of, if you miss and you get a good break, take advantage of it. Okay, hole 8 is 378 yards off the yellows. It is straight down there and it is straight downwind. Now, aggressively would get the driver out and go for it to leave myself, I don't know, an 80 yardish, 90 yard chip on. But course management Lee knows that there's trees on the left there, and if I'm that side of the trees, then I've got a horrible shot in. I can miss right because there's the 9th coming up, but so far the tendency with hybrid and with driver has been to go left, and the last place I want to be, especially downwind, is to be behind those trees. So I'm going to hit a 4-iron and hopefully land it around 200 and let it release out, and then that will give me sort of 100 to 130 yards in. I feel like I'm not going to hook this 4-iron so I'm going to be better in play. I don't want to ruin my score by trying to go too aggressive on this hole. So I'm going to aim down the right hand side just in case I tug it a bit, because there's more space there. And I'm just going to hopefully hit a good 4-iron down there. And that is a great shot. Straight down there on the right hand side. It's going to run down there and it's going to give me a lovely little chip on. Okay, so I've given myself 120 yards to go. So that's been a great 4-iron. It's run down the hill. It's gone about 250 yards, which is superb with the rollout. I could have got there with driver, but then I'm putting so much danger into play. Now, I've just got to get this onto the green, 2-putt and walk off with a par. Now, the pin is at the back and on the right, and if I attack the pin and miss right, there's 2 bunkers there that are just going to gobble this ball up. So I need to just aim for the centre of the green and hopefully get a nice little 2-putt out of it. Now the camera's back after it fell over. So downhill lie, so it's going to slightly go to the right. Just want to run it up, nothing too aggressive. Get a par. Nice and straight, nice bounce. Release out. That's in the hole. That's in the hole. Oh, it's gone through the back, and that's on the back edge. Oh, it was so close to being in, but it should be a nice little 2-putt or an up and down, hopefully for par. Okay, so I've just ran through the back. It came across, it had a chance of going in, but now it's firming up. It's definitely pitching it shorter. So this could be a chip and this could be a putt. There is a drainage hole there that I'm gonna have to go around, but I just feel by putting it, I'm probably gonna get closer than I would by chipping it. I'm just going to putt this, hopefully get inside a putter and walk off with a par. And that got caught up and it's given me another one of those horrible ones for a par again. At some point I'm going to miss these if I keep leaving them for myself. Right, be positive. Yep, that's a par. Okay, still 1 under through 8 holes. Let's go on to the 9th. Okay, 9th hole, 322 yards, par 4, into a breeze, so I'm not going to get there even with a big hit. Now, as I look at this hole, I know I've got the world out to the right. I've got 3 holes onto the right. So if I even slice this massively, I'm going to be in play. Left, however, is a little bit dead, unless I can clear the water on the left hand side. With driver I think I can do, but I want to favour the right hand side now, so I'm going to tee it up on the left and I'm going to aim for the trees on the right, and if I hit it straight, that's great, I've got a line in. If I slightly push it right, then I'm on the 8th fairway, which is fine. And if I do draw it in or give it a bit of a hook, then I've got room on the left hand side for that to happen. So I've got the driver out. I'm going to go for it because I want to get as close as possible and give myself a chance at birdie. So aim up the left, up the right, and if it goes right, great. If it draws in, even better. And I've just hit the best drive of the day. Oh no! That, I say I hit the best drive of the day. It was a great drive, but again, the wind just started pushing it at the end. And I think it's on the cart path now. It's just landed on the left side of the fairway, it banks down, and it's probably on the cart path. So I've actually come across the cart path. It's come down this hill and onto the cart path, but it's given me a great look at this green. Now I'm only 76 yards away from this green. Now it's into breeze, so I'm not going to hit my 58. Because it's going to get a little bit too high, so I'm just going to chip a 52 and hopefully run up. Now the pin is on the top tier and I want to try and get back there. I'd rather be long than short and have to put up that green, so that's why I'm going for a 52. Now just a little pitch shot. That's on line, it looks good. Get up. Oh, it's on the hill. Oh, and it's come back down. So it's just not far enough. Looked really good in the air, but now I've given myself another putt up a hill. So the pin's actually a lot further back than I thought. So what I've done is I've landed here on the bank and it's rolled all the way down right to the front of the green here. This could be where I give that shot back. This is a big putt, that is a big hill. I've just got to try and get this somewhere within 6 feet and hope I can putt it, because that got a great shot from yards out. Oh, that's a great putt. That is a great putt. That should be a par, hopefully. Again, it's that distance, but I'm fairly confident from this distance. If I can get a par from that, I will be laughing kit bags. Yes, Lee. So 9 holes down, and I am 1 under par through 9 on this Pines course now. This is the easiest 9 of the 18, so I'm about to cross the road, and now it gets a little bit tougher. Okay, 10th hole is 360 yards, par 4. Now this is only going to be a 12-hole course management video, so there's only going to be 2 parts, mainly because I haven't brought batteries out with me, and I've got no more here to be that a charge to be able to use. So it's going to be a break 80 over 12 holes. So you're going to have to take that into account. So we'll see what we can score over 12 holes. So we've got 3 holes left. I'm 1 under par. The 10th is now a bit of a dangerous hole. All the way down the left is out of bounds. On the right hand side over there is out of bounds, but I do have another hole to be able to play with. So I'm going to aim at the trees in the distance. I've got my hybrid, and if it turns into a hook, it shouldn't hook enough that the out of bounds come into play. And I've hit a great shot, but it's got to get down because it's starting to go left. Stay this side of the cart path. Yeah, just flirted with the out of bounds, but it's just this side of the cart path, so it does give me a shot in to that green. I've got 120 yards now, just missed the left hand side. Luckily I think this is a red stake here if I'd have gone that far, so it's not too bad. 120 yards into wind, so I'm just going to try and fly down a pitching wedge, try and aim for the right of the green and draw it into the centre of the green. The pin is on the right, but there's not a lot of danger around the pin, so we can kind of go for it a little bit. Right, pitching wedge. So centre of the green. Oh, that's massive. I've gone over the back. So by flying it down, I've actually pushed it a little bit too far, so the wind hasn't had that much of an effect, and it's now gone over the back. So this is going to be a tough up and down. Right, so actually this is the first time I've been in a little bit any trouble really. Just went too far over the back of the green, and now I've given myself a tricky up and down. So I've got 58. I think I'm going to have to be happy. Don't want to compound that error. I've got to be happy with a bogey now, and if I get a par, it's a bonus. But this is tricky because the green runs away. Slow down, settle, settle. Okay, I've probably got about 8 feet from my par. Right, so I've given myself a chance at par. It's actually a bit further, it's probably about 10 feet. So what I want to do now is not compound the error. I just want to get this to the hole. If it goes in, great. If it doesn't, I've got a bogey and I'm still level par through 10 holes. But I don't want to ram this past and give myself a chance at a 3-putt from outside 10 feet. No, and even then I've given myself a good 2-footer, but that's going to be a bogey. So that's a bogey on 10, so that's now level par through 10 holes. I've got 2 holes to go for this break 80. If I can finish level par, it'd be great. Okay, 11th hole is 360 back that way. It's basically the polar opposite of the 10th. Now again, on the left hand side is all out of bounds. On the right it's exactly the same as the last hole, except now I'm downwind a bit, so I feel a little bit more confident with driver. So I'm going to aim over those patch of pines there, because if it goes straight, I've got a shot in, and if that draw comes into play, it does open up a little bit up there. If you're a slicer, then for this hole, you're probably better off taking something you're confident going straight in, because I've seen balls going out of bounds over there from this tee. But for me, I want to continue the positive thinking. I'm going to hit driver, I'm going to aim over those pines, and it should draw into the fairway. It's just gone over them, it's just drawing around a bit. Yeah, that's a great shot. I will take that all day long. Right, so I've got about 50 yards to go from here, and what I'm thinking now is I want to be about 10 to 15 feet from the pin. I want to be attacking these pins here. It's a good opportunity for at least a decent birdie putt. So I've got 58. There is a bunker to the left, but that doesn't come into play. It's just a nice little pitch shot, land short of the green and run up to the pin. I think I bit that too hard. No, run up. Yeah, and that's a great shot. That should be about 10-15 feet for birdie. So I've actually got that a little bit more inside of what I thought I did from back there. So this is now a great opportunity for birdie. Don't see much in this, it's just pretty much straight at the flag. Be positive and try and get back under par after that bogey on the last. Oh, just burned the edge. It's still a par and we're still level par for 11, but that was a great birdie opportunity. Okay, 12th hole is 458 yard par 5. It's into the breeze off the right without a bounds all the way up the left hand side. Now there's two trains of thought here. I can go for it with the driver and then bring it into the left hand side, or I can lay up with a hybrid. So I'm going to go for it in driver. It is the last hole in this series, in this part, and it's going to be the last hole in this series because of battery issues, so we're just going to go for it now. So I'm going to aim for that tree, that lone tree over there, and then hopefully draw it around off that tree. It's going straight at that tree and it's coming round lovely. Centre of the fairway, beautiful. Exactly what I want it to do. It did balloon up a little bit in the wind, but it's far enough down there it gives me a shot at the green. Right, this wind at this part has really picked up. I'm going to try and get the microphone out the wind here. That's only gone about 230 yards. The wind is so strong now I've come down onto the fairway. It's just ballooned it up and popped it. So I've got 224 yards to go. I'm not going to get there. Even if I hit a 3-wood, the chance of it ballooning up, the wind taking it to the left, there's too much danger for me to go for this. So I'm going to hit a 4-iron. I'm going to try and hit it low. I'm going to try and draw it in, and having it run up to the green is my only chance really of getting this on. Now I could do the same with a 2-iron, but I don't feel as confident doing this shot. So I'm just going to aim for those yellow trees in the distance, try and keep it low, and then just give myself a shot onto the green. Don't need to do anything silly here and ruin a scorecard. That's coming round nicely. It's just left of that bunker. Yep, so that's probably giving myself about 75 yards onto the green. So that's actually done really well. I've probably got about a 30-yard little chip on, so it's done really well into wind, and just keeping it low has kept me in play. And that's the difference between what you see on the course vlogs to me trying to play and score golf. Had that been a course vlog, I'd have gone for that with a hybrid or a 3-wood all day long, probably hooked it out of bounds and been out the hole. But now I'm trying to score, get course management and get my golf better. Just stopping silly mistakes helps keep your score. So by getting a 4-iron, hitting into the fat part of the hole has given myself a lovely little approach into this green to hopefully at worst walk off with a par. I only need to get it on the green and 2-putt for a par, and I've left these 12 holes level par, and that's all I could ask for. Just needs one more good shot. Sit, grip. So that's a little bit too far, so it's gone to the back of the green, but it should be an easy 2-putt for a par. Okay, an outside birdie chance to finish, but it should be just an easy 2-putt, walk off with a par, and then that'll be the end of these videos. Level par. Right, it's pretty straight. I watched it go past. Just get it to the hole and have a tap-in par. Okay, gave it a chance, that's all I could do. Nice tap-in par to finish. And that is 12 holes played, level par through 12, 1 birdie, 1 bogey and 10 pars. Right, I hope you've enjoyed that, and I'm really sorry that I can't do part 3. Batteries unfortunately are going to let me down on this one. Bit of prior planning next time, but I'm hoping to do this break 80 across all the courses here at Ashbury, and then if I go and visit anywhere on my own, I can do this break 80 series around those courses as and when I get the opportunity to. So this is just a taster of what's to come. Obviously normally it will be 18 holes, so I really do apologise, but I'd love for you to comment down below, and anything I've done over these 12 holes, what do you think I could have done better? Do you think I could have scored better? I'm gutted I can't finish this because I'm level par through 12. It's not very often I do that, but I'm hoping that you guys have learned something from that about playing more sensibly, looking and assessing the hole a bit more, and taking the danger out of play and playing fairway green, and if you do happen to miss the green, try get up and down, if at worst walk off with a bogey. But in order to break 80, you're going to have to do better course management. You're going to have to play the holes a little bit more sensibly and not try and play the worldy shot every time, something I'm completely guilty of doing. If you've enjoyed this 2-part series, please do give this a thumbs up. Please do subscribe down below, and let's help grow this channel up. It would mean the world to me. But for the time being, I'm going to leave that there, and I'll see you all soon on the next video. Take care.